And while Shehbaz Sharif is jetting around in West Asia, back home, his country is descending into chaos. Ministers are being targeted with rockets, provinces are in open rebellion, and terror groups are being legitimized. Bad signs for any country, worse if you're sitting on a pile of nuclear missiles. Let's start with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It is Pakistan's smallest province, but for Shehbaz Sharif, it's a big headache. Why is that? Because Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is ruled by Imran Khan's party, the Tehreek-e-Insaf. It is a new battleground for Sharif versus Imran. On Saturday, the province's transport minister's home was attacked. Rockets were fired by unidentified assailants. The minister's drawing room was partially damaged. Fortunately, he was not at home. And this is just a sample. This political rivalry has moved beyond parliament and democracy. This is now a street fight. It is pitting government against government. The chief minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is in open rebellion. He's an ally of Imran Khan and he's willing to test the limits of his authority. Listen to his latest threat.
तो मैं बताऊंगा जो खैबर पख्तूनख्वा की फोर्स है वो मैं इस्तेमाल करूंगा हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे उनको किसी भी सूरत पे नहीं करेंगे.
Now, in most countries, that's a civil war. The chief minister is openly threatening to deploy his police forces. Against whom? The federal government of Pakistan. Imagine what that would look like. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa cops on one side, Pakistan's federal security forces on the other. At the center of the standoff is the former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Last week, he issued an ultimatum to Shehbaz Sharif. He said, hold snap elections in 6 days, else get ready to face more protests. Well, that deadline, the 6-day deadline, ends today, and Shehbaz Sharif has no intention of announcing elections. So the ball now is in Imran Khan's court. Does he organize another march to Islamabad, or does he hold back? Last week, he chose option number 2. He held back. When Imran Khan's convoy entered Islamabad, clashes broke out. Cops and party workers were fighting on the streets. Apparently, this violence discouraged Imran Khan. Listen to this.
उस दिन खून खराबा होना था. हमारी पुलिस के खिलाफ नफरतें बढ़नी थी, बढ़ चुकी थी, मजीद और बढ़नी थी. लेकिन पुलिस भी अपनी है. पुलिस के आम लोग, पुलिस वालों का कसूर नहीं है.
How thoughtful of him. Imran Khan has suddenly remembered law and order. He wants to prevent bloodshed, and this time he's betting on the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Imran Khan is filing a petition at the top court. He wants the court to protect his party workers, to stop the police from cracking down. How has the court reacted? Well, they'd already given permission last month, but that was for peaceful protesters, and we're not sure if Imran Khan's gun-wielding hooligans fall in that category. Whatever he decides could shape Pakistan's future, because right now Imran Khan is going after everyone, the army, the politicians, and now the Supreme Court. He says this is a trial of Pakistan's top court. And who presides over that trial? From the looks of it, Imran Khan himself. And this is a dangerous situation for any country. An ousted leader detached from reality, thousands ready to march on his command, and chief ministers ready to rebel against the capital. The perfect recipe for anarchy. And in Pakistan, anarchy usually means opportunity for the army, for the terrorists, maybe even foreign powers. And one group will be watching these developments with particular interest, the TTP, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Today they announced an indefinite ceasefire with the government of Pakistan. It sounds like a big win. But there's more to the ceasefire than just the headline. For starters, guess who brokered this deal? The Taliban. The negotiations were held in Kabul, and the chief negotiator was this man, Haqqani chief/Taliban's top cop Sirajuddin Haqqani. He's friends with Pakistan's ISI, so this time he helped out. But can the Taliban alone tame the TTP? Chances are it cannot. The Taliban are themselves grappling with multiple problems: attacks by the Islamic State, a rampant food crisis, international sanctions. So the Taliban's priority, top priority, is not the TTP. It is their own domestic crises and concerns. And the TTP knows this. They can use Afghanistan as a launch pad whenever they want. Just look at the terms of today's ceasefire. Pakistan's government wanted the TTP to disband, to lay down their arms, but the TTP has refused. So clearly, this is not a long-term commitment. This is a delaying tactic at best. But a delay for what? More instability. Imran Khan is serving up enough distractions for the government. He is peddling conspiracy theories, arranging long marches, basically setting the stage for extremist groups. In most countries, this would be a political crisis. In Pakistan, this is a global security threat. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.